Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back again on our Farming Simulator 15 on the Xbox One. So, as you can see, what we went ahead and we did, um, I went ahead and I bought one more of these trailers. Excuse me, because this is the the optimal setup right here. This is it. This is what we're working with right now. So now we can actually farm chaff. We can actually harvest it in these two trailers and then go fill that up over there. Chaff? Yeah, chaff. This will make chaff. Throw it into there. Then we'll go put it in there, ferment it, make it silage. Now, remember, we were working on this field, and I saved a little bit what I had left here because I wanted to kind of show you how things were coming along. We went ahead and we got it harvested, and now we're using this tank. Excuse me, I'm still getting over this cold. Um, we have this tank that's going to do two things. It's going to plow the field, but it also takes all this tubes and it squirts all that slurry that goes out of that from the biofuel. It's going to go in here and get inserted into the ground. So this now will be completely fertilized. So where we had the fertilizer earlier, we're not going to need that. So this is our long-term game. Now, problem we're facing is these tractors are like really struggling with this kind of stuff. So we're going to have to start stepping up some of our tractors here soon. But let's go ahead and hire a worker to finish off this field. Okay. Let's jump in this other tractor here. He was busy sowing the field with corn. Let's get him going again. So I wanted to kind of stop and let you guys kind of see. I went ahead and I harvested the field and then got it all taken care of at this point. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to stop recording so that they can kind of see how this finishes off. Because it is kind of a cool little process, you know. This is going to be basically how we're going to be planting fields and how we're going to be prepping the fields from here on out. So now the next thing that we got to work on is now that we're starting to get a lot of chaff going and getting the silage. What's going to end up happening is we're going to have a lot of slurry. So what we need to consider is buying some more slurry tanks. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up buying another one of these, and then we're going to end up buying one of these, and we're going to end up buying one of these with a truck or another tractor. And then that way we can shuttle tanks of this to those next to the field, and then we can use these can be filled up with that. Okay? So pretty simple process. We're also going to have to step up the sowing. Um, right now, this is the only one that does everything that we want: canola, corn, and all that. But we're getting to a point now where we need to be focusing. Excuse me, God damn it! We need to be focusing on bigger sowers to actually sow the fields. So what I'd like to consider is I would like to consider buying something like this one, but it's going to cost us 98,000 and it only does corn. So if we buy it, we'll still have the other one in reserve. But you can tell that this one's only 3 meters wide and this one is 9 meters wide. So we can finish a field 3 times faster with this, which is the way to go. But we also got to start considering tractors and stuff and getting our tractors up. First thing I want to do is just get this field planted, get the other field planted, and then um, that way this corn will grow. As you can see, we're already starting to get corn growing. And then once the corn's grown, then we can start harvesting all this bad boys and get it into the fields. We actually, if you remember, we bought 19 and 20 down at the bottom there. Those are going to be closer to the biogas plant. Which will make it nice. And then what we'll end up doing is we're going to end up buying 21 as well. So those 3 fields will be like our harvest for our biogas, which will be perfect. But since we already own this field, we might as well plant it with some corn as well. So more corn we get, more silage we get, more silage, more money. More money leads to our windmills and less planting of fields. Our trees, let's go take a quick look at that while these guys are finishing up here. Oh, this guy's in trouble here. He's going to get stuck on this guy. Look at this. I don't understand. Come on. Figure it out, dopey. Now this guy's going to pin me in here. If there was one thing I wish I could shut off in this game is these damn cars. These things on this field are a pain in the butt. I hate it. Look at this. You can't do nothing without these damn cars, man. This is the most annoying field of them all because every main vein of traffic comes right by here. You can't do nothing without those sons of bitches being in your way. All right, so let's go ahead. Do this last little bit here. Then this field will be done. Okay, so let's pick this up. Let's go park this down here so that this, because remember, we don't have to do those other fields. Those other fields, we don't have to fertilize them because we've already fertilized them with the sprayer, so they're ready to go. All we need to do is plant. We could buy one of those. We could buy one of those sowers for 98, but see, we don't got no silage or anything in weight, so I don't know if that's going to be an absolute good idea or not. I'd hate to use up all the money that we do have for that. I mean, we do have that combine. We could sell that combine because we really don't need it right now because we're busy just doing this. Also, let me look at this really quick. We went ahead and threw there. We got canola in there. We got 12,000 canola, so we can sell that off too. That'll net it's about, looks like about maybe 15,000 or so. Oh, there we go. I was like, why ain't this working? So we could sell off that canola. Now, the thing with the canola that I found out when I was trying to load it in from these two tippers over here, the tippers I cannot pull up alongside that combine that's parked over there. It will not. It's not high, or those trailers are too high, and the combine can't get the stuff in there. So I had to kind of like back into the combine arm and then like lift the combine off the ground to be able to get all that canola in there. It was a pain in the butt. So that combine honestly really ain't going to work for us. So we should probably consider selling it. As of right now, we don't really need it because we're going to be harvesting just corn for right now. So, I mean, we could sell it off if we really, really want to and utilize the money that we can get out of it because let's see, how much is that harvester anyways? It's not much. It's 105, so we'll probably get what, 85 out of it, 80, something like that. Plus the head, minus 15. Oh, it's on sale right now. So we could sell that whole combine. So why don't we consider doing that as well? Get that out of our hair because we don't really need this combine. And if we do need a combine, we're going to buy a new one anyways. It's going to be able to work with these tipper trailers because these are the tipper trailers that I use. So let's go ahead and 86 this. Let's jump back in with Homeboy over here that's doing our field. Okay, he's at 20%. So we're going to have to get him filled back up here soon. Let's jump into this. Let's go ahead and take this up. I think I'm going to sell this off. It served its purpose. We got what we wanted out of it. With this, we should be able to, when we sell the head and the combine, we should be able to get the 90-some thousand to get the bigger sower. So we could do that, and then we could have that bigger sower field to start sowing those fields. And then we could actually sell off the smaller one if we wanted because we really don't need it either. And then we're going to end up buying a bigger sower for that. The only problem that we face is, will the tractors that we have be able to handle everything? Because right now we're really maxing out on our tractors. We really need to start thinking about buying a tractor. But I'd like to get at least one farm harvest in of silage so that we could start getting some more money back in, and then we can start buying some bigger equipment. But for right now, we're going to off this because we don't need it. See what they give us for this. They're going to give us 12 for that. Okay. And they're going to give us, ooh, ouch. That's harsh. Okay. Um, and we don't have no money. We still got a loan. So that's kind of a bummer there. So we don't have no money in there or anything like that. Um, but now that I've got a little bit of extra cash, I mean, that was 60, 75. So we're only about 20 grand out of our pocket. I think we should go ahead and buy that other sower. Okay. Now let's go like this. Oop. And let's go here and we're going to rescue this back to there. Yes. Okay. And then let's get that off and let's jump into this tractor. This, whoop, why did that not disconnect? Why is this? Oh, I see what's going on. I was on the wrong implement. There we go. Whew. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Now, hopefully this tractor will be enough to operate this. Ah, perfect. It will work. Okay, let's fill this bad boy up and get this going here. Let's see. Corn. It's on corn. Let's go ahead and fill this bad boy up. Let's jump in the other tractor. How's he doing? He's at 13%. But you can see how many passes it takes for this poor guy. So watch this. We're going to get to the top of the hill up here, and I'm going to shut this sower off, and then I'm going to throw that other one on the field, and it will finish this up in like no time at all. No time at all. And then we can send it over to the other two fields, the field 19 and 20, and get those planted because those need to be planted too. And then hopefully we'll be ready to harvest in the next few episodes here. Get these fields going. Corn grows fairly decent in this game. I'm on normal mode, so I'm not like trying to like take advantage of the game being real easy. And I'm not on hard mode because I think normal's pretty balanced. Okay, let's release this guy. See, I could fill this guy up and take him over to that smaller field of 19 and 20 and get him going on that if I wanted to. Okay, let's go over here and hop in this one. All right, now we can see how we sow some field. And see, this carries so much. Like, this carries so much seed that I could plant this whole field easily and just walk away. Like, with hardly even scratching the load that we have in it. So that's the good thing about how much seed this thing will hold. Let's go ahead and unfold this bad boy. Zoom out here a little bit so we can get them lined up good here. All right, let's get him lined up about right in here. Looks good. Okay. Now watch how fast this goes. This is 3 times wider than the other one. So you can see that it like, you have to have these. That's all there is to it. You have to have these. This makes this more manageable when you see how easy this thing works compared to the other one. So let's go back to the other one. Let's see, field 19, field 20 is the smaller of the two. I bet by the time that field here gets done, we're going to be over there with this other tractor anyways. So I'm not even going to utilize this right now. I'm going to clean this all up. Get this cleaned up here a bit. And we'll drop this off. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Just due to the fact that now that we have that bigger one, it's just there's no going back. Like, this is great if we gotta plant canola or something like that, but other than that, we don't need this. And see, later we can buy, where is it? This one here for 52,000. Like, we could buy this now for that matter. 52,000 buys us that. Um, but this only does canola, wheat, barley, and grass. So we don't really need it because it's not what we're after right now. So we'll just hold on to this because it's not worth spending the money. You'll find yourself a lot of times spending money on Farm Sim that you don't need to spend. So it's kind of like if you think the process out and get the right equipment the first time, then you don't have a lot of wasted money. Okay, let's do this. All right. So now we're going to be able to just like rack up the corn like there's no tomorrow. So let's put this right here. We don't need this hooked up to anything. Um, See, like it's barely made a dent in the seeds, but you can see how fast we're going. But while we wait for this guy to do his thing, let's hop into our forestry rig. I wanted to run down here and kind of show you what we did here. Since we do have, see, our trees are now starting to grow, as you can tell. So this is why I wanted to plant them and get as many planted as I possibly could, because they were going to start growing, and then we wouldn't be able to drive through them like we can right now. So let's go ahead. Whoop. Let's go here and there. And see, now we can just kind of lay down a row of these. And then see, these will all continue to grow up like this. And we'll have so many trees here, this will be thick with timber. And then we can buy our Scorpion King and come back and start cutting these down, and this will be another resource for us. So, but this is, like I said, this is going to be a long-term thing because you can see how long it's been, and these trees have hardly grown. And we've been playing this, what is this, episode 9 or 10, and they've hardly grown. And I fast forward through the night cycles, but other than that, it takes a long time for trees to grow in this game. So if you're planning on doing timber at all, like you've got to like start off planting as soon as possible. And especially how I plant it here in this little section. I wanted to maximize my growth by having the trees right on top of each other. That's why I've been coming back and planting like every day. So now I've got 3 more pallets waiting for us over at the nursery. We'll pick those up, put another pallet in the same row that we're doing right now, and then pretty soon we'll have 4 pallets in this one row, and we'll have the same density of trees that we have in these other 2 rows. Which could be beneficial or it could be a headache. I don't know. I didn't plan it quite as tight as this on my casual world that I play on. And I don't really have problems harvesting with my Scorpion King, but I don't know. I don't know how tight we can actually get with these trees without it being a problem. Because see, those trees are pretty tight, and that Scorpion King head that grabs the trees is pretty big. So I'm hoping we're not going to have a problem. Oh, that's the other thing we got to do too. We got to buy a stump grinder. But again, that's going to be kind of longer term. Because we got to take care of that stump, and we got that stump there, and I think we got another one up there, a couple more maybe up the hill. And one more sapling. Ta-da! Okay. Okay, that's planted. Let's see how this guy's doing. He's still doing good. Okay, let's park this guy back up by the bank in case we've got to ever go to the bank again. Yeah, I got that one, and this one to do. Is there another one here? Nope, those are the only ones. We should probably look into that, though, and kind of get an idea of what that stump grinder costs. Like I said, I'm not going to buy it right now because we don't really need it as of right now. But we're going to need it in the long term. Ooh, perfect. Okay. Let's see what that's forestry right here. Oh, it's only 5,000. I'm gonna buy it. That's nothing. Okay, so let's go like this. Let's let me go like nope, like this. I keep getting that mixed up. Let's rescue this back to here. We don't have to go pick it up. Then we can throw it on this tractor and we can take it out there. So we don't have to come all the way over here with the other tractor. There we go. Piece of cake. Simple little unit, basically just a stump grinder. Once we start doing a lot of forestry, this will start getting used a lot, but for right now, it's, got a couple stumps over there, and that's about it. This guy's got another, pass or two? Yeah, he's probably got 2 more passes. But we're going to have to end this episode once we get over there with this piece of equipment. Next episode, I'll show you how this little stump grinder works. We'll get our worker over to the other field and get him starting to plant those. We'll grind a couple of these stumps, and then hopefully by the end of this next episode, we should have all the fields planted, and then we can just wait for basically everything to grow. Once everything's grown, then woo! This is a dippy little road here. Can't call it a road really. Once everything's grown, then we can start harvesting and then getting that stuff to the biogas plant to start making us some more cash. And then once we'll have some more cash, we should then consider upgrading some of our tractors. I'm trying to do as little as I possibly can with the tractors. Just due to the fact I'm trying not to buy any new tractors because I'm trying to utilize these tractors to their as much potential as we can possibly get out of them. So, all right, guys. So next episode we're going to do a couple more things here, but for now I got to end this episode. So if you guys enjoyed this episode under our nice, beautiful skies here in Farming Sim 15, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, follow us on Twitter. That way you know when we're posting new YouTube content and when we're live streaming. If you haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out and be part of the audience. So if you're new to those channels, smash and follow buttons too. So until next time, guys, we will see your faces later.